All right, guys, it's time to get back in the groove of things. I was dealing with the stomach virus for a few days, but now we're back, and it is leg day. So, what is my goal for today's leg day? Strength, hypertrophy, or endurance? Solid questions, but I don't really categorize things like that. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to go hard, and I'm going to thrash my legs. That is my goal. Whether it's hypertrophy focus, whether I'm trying to do high reps, whether I'm trying to go heavy, my goal is to go in there, do what feels good, and leave. Sometimes I do heavy squats. Sometimes I don't do squats at all. Sometimes I do hamstring curls. I always do hamstring curls. So, we're just going to have to see when we get in there. Which exercise am I most excited about for today? Which one am I most dreading? Those would both be the same exercise, squats. If you've ever done heavy squats, there's not another exercise like it. It tests your mental capabilities, it tests your strength, it tests your endurance, and you worry about those things, but after you get that 12th rep at 185 or something for the first time, you feel like you're unstoppable. So it does excite me as well. So excitement and nervousness, I think, are the same thing, really. So squats. I'm pumped about squats. How am I mentally preparing for push through the tough sets like squats or lunges? We just talked about squats. They're in line with my goals, and that's having some massive pieces of meat right here. I don't think you have to do your squats, but I think they help a lot. So mentally, I know that when I push through that, anytime I do a heavy set of squats, and I rack the weight or drop the weight, however it ends, I always feel my best. So I know that if I push that, I'm going to feel pretty good about it. How does my body feel going into today's workout? Energized, sore, tight? I feel loose. I feel energized. I feel rested. That was not the case a few days ago when I was dealing with the stomach virus and I took an actual rest day. So I'm feeling pretty good going into this one. Have I done enough mobility work to prep my knees, hips, and ankles? I don't do a lot of mobility work, but I do go up and down, squat, twist, turn, everything with my job. I think that helps me a little bit. I always warm up before I work out legs. I always start with hamstrings because it just makes squats feel better in the end. And I put squats at the end. I know typically people don't do that, or as far as I know, they always start with the heaviest thing first, which does make sense. But anytime I put squats at the end, I have no problem doing squats. I put them at the beginning. Sometimes I struggle. So, am I fully fueled? Hydration, nutrition? For the most part, I think I am. I think it's taken a while to get my body back up to 100%. I'd say I'm about 90% as far as hydration goes. So I'm still feeling pretty good about it. Which lift is my top priority? Squats. We're looking at the squats at the end of the workout. We're starting with hamstring curls, doing some RDL, some leg extensions, maybe some split squats, and then we're going to end with heavy squats, as long as my body lets me. If not, then I'll have to pivot. I have to change something up, and that's okay. How will I measure progress today? More weight, better depth, more control. I will measure my progress based on my effort. And your effort is different based on your energy levels. So as long as my effort is high, I'll be 100% happy with today's work. What cues will I focus on to maximize form and safety? Cues with legs? I don't know. The exercises are pretty straightforward. That's a really good question for legs because I think I've got them down. Burning sensation. Like when I'm doing hamstring curls, I want my hamstrings to be burning. I don't want them to sting or anything. I just want that deep burn sensation. And when I finish a set of squats, I want to feel blood pumping into my quads really good. Same with leg extensions. When I push the leg extensions out and I squeeze, I really want to feel all that blood going to my quads. So what song or playlist? I don't know. I got my workout playlist. It's going to be random, but enough questions. Let's get in there. Let's get after it. All right, there you have it. Leg day is complete, and it was a freaking epic one. Yes! Love it so much. I love thrashing my legs. It's probably my favorite muscle to thrash. Once you know how to train legs and you go through a really hard leg session, there really isn't much like it. Like, you really have to have a really good leg session to understand that. And for you guys that are skipping legs, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're missing out on all the fun. But, you know, if you want to have little legs and a big upper body, whatever, that's on you, I guess. So what was the hardest exercise in today's leg session? Squats. Squats are going to be the answer to most of these questions. But we'll just throw squats to the side for a second because I'm going to talk a lot about them. I would say the RDLs. So I have a lot of elbow pain when I do RDLs from the weight. Wrist straps I think would help, but if there's any other thing, maybe I'm just, I don't know, overtraining a little bit and I'm just having elbow tendonitis or something. I'm really not sure, but if anybody has any tips as far as that, that would be very helpful. How did your energy levels feel throughout the workout? They felt great. I went in feeling okay, but once I really got the blood flowing and really going through sets of hamstring curls and everything else, I really started to feel a lot better. So my legs, my energy level was feeling a lot better. Which muscle group, quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves, felt the most activated today? I think I was pretty even across the board because I went heavier on leg curls than I ever have before. I did 100 pounds with the hamstring curls, and man, just the squeeze on that and really pushing felt really good. So I really wanted to push myself today because I felt pretty rested, and it was an afternoon lift, and I'm always stronger in the afternoon. I got to start doing these afternoon lifts more often. Quads felt good too. Did you hit any personal records? Yes, I hit 2 today. So I did 12 reps at the 100-pound hamstring curls. That felt good. Leg extensions, I did, I don't know if it's 140 or 160, but I hit 11 there. Not sure if that's a personal record, but I will say it felt really, really good. Squats, I did 12 reps at 185, and that felt amazing. Like, I really had to push mentally. I could have racked the weight at 8 reps because I felt pretty fatigued, but I had my eye on that number. I wanted 12, so I got 12. How did your form hold up, especially on heavy lifts like squats or deadlifts? Didn't do any deadlifts. I don't know why I was asking that question. Squats, my form held up really good. I didn't really break form at all. On the last few reps of 185, I felt like I went deeper than I did on the first one just because I was getting so tired. But, I mean, I don't really think going super deep on those was really breaking form. So my form felt good throughout everything. How do your joints, knees, hips, ankles feel? Everything feels good. I did 30 minutes of cardio afterwards too, so everything's in working order, knock on wood. I don't have any wood to knock on. Oh shit. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm focusing on driving, so you gotta give me a second sometimes. What would you improve or change about this leg workout next time? Nothing. I did just do 2 sets of squats because my second set I didn't do 12 reps and I was feeling pretty beat up. Like I wouldn't change anything because I feel like if I pushed another set it would have been 4 or 5 reps and I would have just been risking injury. So I think I cut it off at the perfect time. Let's see, how do you mentally push through leg day fatigue? That's a great question. Because leg day can be one of the hardest leg day can be one of the hardest days of the week. It is the hardest day of the week. So just going in knowing it's going to be hard and just remembering, like when you do hit a PR on squats, how you feel after you rack that weight. You know, just dropping that anchor right there, locking that memory. So the next time you go to leg day, you remember how you felt after you did that, and don't beat yourself up if you don't hit it again. Just know that effort is different every day, but just having that memory locked in, the feeling you felt when you hit that PR, I think that mental cue right there will really push you through a hard leg day. Did you incorporate any new techniques, tempo changes, pauses? No. It was a pretty straightforward leg day, and it went pretty according to plan. How does your recovery plan look for the next 24 hours? Sleep good, eat plenty of protein. I mean, that's about it. But that's about it, guys. You know, if you want to submit your own questions, please do. I will absolutely listen. I will answer as many questions as you guys want to ask. So please send me questions. Sometimes subscribe if you want to see my workouts every day and hear me answer your questions. Leave a comment, guys. Like, I love interacting with you guys. But that's about all I got for you. Tomorrow is shoulders and abs. I will see you guys tomorrow for that. Don't let that dreamer die. Keep the grind alive. Never give up on yourself. I'll see you guys next.